Hello friends, let us continue AIBE 9 paper. I just continued last two parts of this same paper, and after that we went for TP Act and Transfer of Property Act. I posted 4 parts, and after that today I'm continuing this AIBE 9 because we have to complete all the question papers, and I left it after the 50th question. So this is the third part of AIBE 9 set A. Like every time I'm taking one question from the last, so we'll just go for the 50th question. The question whether a statement was recorded in the course of investigation is a question of fact. So it's not a question of law, definitely. So it's very easy question for us. This could not be a question of law. So it is a question of fact. तो एकदम easy question भी मिल रहा है हमको. 51st is please like, share, subscribe. This request is there. No one is I think you are forgetting to like, share, subscribe. Please do that. This is a request. Whether the police submits a final report under section 173 subsection 2 of CRPC. CRPC चे प्रश्न है हाँ for dropping of proceedings. So 173 subsection 2 talks about dropping of proceedings from final report. Who is report submission is by police only. The police is submitting report under one section 173 subsection 2 of CRPC for dropping the proceedings to a magistrate. The magistrate may take any action. It is not a fixed thing. He may accept, may reject or reject the same and order further investigation. So it is his discretion. So the answer is any of the above. 173(2) CRPC में पुलिस रिपोर्ट जब सबमिट होता है तो for dropping proceeding, magistrate may take any decision. So please remember this. This is not a fixed thing. Next question is the orders under section 125 of CRPC. Section 120 of CRPC is talking about the maintenance orders. So maintenance order किसी के लिए भी हो सकता है, not only for the wife, it may be for the old parents and any of the spouse, not only wife, even men can claim for maintenance. So wife, children or any of the parents also, they have a right to claim maintenance under section 125 of CRPC. So orders under 125 of CRPC are summary in nature and do not finally determine the rights and obligation of the parties which are to be finally determined by the civil code. So this is important. This is a kind of summary in nature. The keyword is summary. And it does not determine rights and obligation of the parties. 53. A contingent contract based on the specialized uncertain events of not happening within a fixed time under section 35. Contingent contract. So contingent contract under section 35. B and C, both B and C are true for this. It becomes void at the expense of time. Fixed time becomes void if the happening of that event becomes impossible before the expiry of time fixed. 54. Which among the following is authorized under the Information and Technology Act 2000 to prescribe the security procedures and practice? किसको ये अथॉरिटी है, ये क्वेश्चन में पूछा है. IT Act 2000 के अंडर सेक्शन 14 और 15 की बात कर रहे हैं. तो सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट इज हैविंग अथॉरिटी टू प्रिस्क्राइब सिक्योरिटी प्रोसीजर्स एंड प्रैक्टिसेस फॉर द पर्पज ऑफ सेक्शन 14 and 15. Next is the essential ingredient of the tort and negligence are when one owes a duty of care towards other, when one commits a breach of that duty, and the third option is the other person suffers damage as consequences thereof. चूज करेक्ट रिस्पॉन्स टू द अबव, या तीनों पैकी कौन सा भी हम लोग ये चूज कर सकते हैं। तो आंसर इज ऑल ऑफ देम आर एसेंशियल इंग्रेडिएंट्स। तो वन ओज अ ड्यूटी ऑफ केयर टुवर्ड्स अदर, one commits breach of that duty, and third essential ingredients is the person suffer damage as a consequences thereof. All three are true. 56. Vicarious liability includes all of this above. So most of the questions where the choice is all of the above, you have to think twice before answering any other choice. So just आप ये सोच लो कि all of the above answer mostly true in all these kind of things. So liability of principal of the tort of his agent, liability of master for the act of his servant, and liability of partners to for each other for the tort. So this is vicarious liability. Tort का vicarious liability में all these things are included. Necessity rule as to admissibility of evidence is applicable when the maker of statement is all of the above. As last question also go for the same answer. So please read this. Necessity rule is as to admissibility of evidence is applicable when the maker of statement is dead or has become incapable of giving evidence. Second choice is A, B and C. All are true in this case. So please read all this choice. I'll go for the next. 58. Secondary evidence of a document means oral copies of document and oral account of the contents of the document. Both this is true for secondary evidence of a document. So documents का content जिसका copies हमने भेजा है and oral account of contents of documents. So both these things are secondary evidence. 59. A will be required to be proved by calling at least one of attesting witness. This is also the choices correct as all of the above. When it is registered, when it is unregistered, when it is admitted, all this is true. 59. A will be required to be proved by calling at least one of the attesting witness. For this is true. All of the above is true. 60. Any person in section 106 of Evidence Act refers to a party to the suit. Evidence Act हम लोग कर रहे हैं, उसका भी आप लेक्चर देखिए. One part is already uploaded. So please, you can find it in the description. 61. In a cognizance case under IPC, police have the authority to arrest a person without warrant and authority to investigate the offense without permission of the magistrate. Both things are police can do. They can arrest a person without warrant because it is cognizable. Cognizable may serious offense hai. So without permission of magistrate, police can investigate and arrest. The keywords are investigate and arrest. 62. During the investigation, a search can be conducted without warrant by police officer or by the investigating officer. Any police officer can go and conduct search without warrant. तो investigation में without warrant police officer भी कर सकता है और investigation officer भी कर सकता है. Investigation officer is IO. 63. Committal proceedings under section 209 of CRPC are in the nature of inquiry. So committal proceedings के बारे में बोला है section 209 of CRPC. CRPC का भी part हम लोग study करेंगे and will that in that main sections and important things only will discussed for this kind of objective questions. So please see that. Now we are going for the series of Transfer of Property Act, and four parts are already uploaded, and today I will complete the mortgage part. 64. Which is correct? Proposal plus acceptance is equal to promise, and promise plus consideration is equal to agreement. Agreement plus enforceability is equal to contract. All these things are true. This is the basics of contract. Contract Act का भी मैंने वीडियो अपलोड किया है. Please see that. So all of this is true. 65. Communication of acceptance is complete when as against the proposer, when it is put at the course of transmission to him so as to be out of power of the acceptor. So when the communication of acceptance is complete as against the proposer, when he puts the in course of transmission. So please read it. 66. We'll complete 75 questions. So as I said, it will not be boring, and you can just go on once and twice again for the same recording and you will just remember it. 66. In case of general offer for a valid contract, the acceptor must have the knowledge of the offer before acceptance by performance. General offer, acceptor must have the knowledge. So there is a case, I have discussed it. Sorry for the call. 67. Under the provision of Transfer of Property Act, the unborn person acquires vested interest upon his birth. So, unborn person who is yet to come in existence, to get that vested interest, it is created with some other living person. So you please remember that. So A and B and C, if they are having this kind of arrangement, तो B के child को अगर कुछ property दे रहे हैं A is a grandfather. If he wants to give property to C, which is still unborn, so he can have a interest created for vested interest of unborn child, and that created should be with his son. Son will have that. As a person is yet to come into existence, one living person should be there, and this is the basic idea of Transfer of Property Act. It is inter vivos. So upon his birth only. 68. Every transfer of immovable property made with intent to defeat or delay the creditors of the transferor shall be voidable at the option of creditor. So defeated or delayed. So creditor only decide whether to make it void or make it valid. He will decide it. Creditor only decide it. Every transfer of immovable property made, because it is made for defeat or delay the creditors, and creditor has right to decide. 69. Whether a co-judgment debtor are in possession of joint promisor, each is jointly and severally liable to the decree holder. Co-judgment की बात किया है अगर. Co-judgment debtors are in a position of joint promisor. Each is jointly and severally liable to the decree holder. 70. At site under section 21 of Negotiable Instrument Act 1881 means on demand. At site means on demand. Please remember. Section 38 only we know of Negotiable Instrument Act because it was not in the course. But main section we should know and make a note of it. So section 21, you should just make a note. It is at site means on demand. Section 5 of Limitation Act applies to none of the above. Suits, execution, election, petition, इसमें किस पे भी ये section 5 of Limitation Act apply नहीं होता. 72. Which of the following companies have to constitute Corporate Social Responsibility Committee under Companies Act 2013? Companies Act 2013 only have this CSR responsibility, and this question is for that only. So which company will have constitute CSR committee? Committee की बात कर रहे हैं इधर. A company having net profit of 5 crores, a financial and net worth of 500 crores and turnover of rupees 1000 crore or more. So and बोला है. So all these conditions have to be fulfilled. Net profit of 5 crores, net worth 500 crores and turnover of rupees 1000 crores. So ये जिसको ये है तो उनको ये CSR का रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है. Not all the companies. 73. A company having net profit of 5 crores in a financial and net worth of 500 crores and turnover of 5,000 or more, disqualified person transfer no interest to his or her own heir. 74. In case in which a specific act confers a discretionary power on an authority, specific act confers discretionary powers, उसके लिए ये बात कर रहे हैं. The court can direct a manner in which power is exercised. And second option is court can direct the power be exercised in accordance with the law. So there are two things how the power should be exercised. तो direct manner में है and the power exercised in accordance with the law. So last question I'll read out and we'll stop here. The Bar Council of India rule, which stipulated that person of age at 45 years and above could not be enrolled as advocates, was struck down by Supreme Court in the case of Indian Council of Legal Aid and Advice versus Bar Council of India. So this rule of Bar Council of India was struck down by Supreme Court. So I'll stop here. We'll continue for the last part. Today itself, I will just upload in the afternoon. So thank you very much and good day. Please like, share, subscribe. We'll continue it. Thank you.